We got some sweet new God of War info and something interesting leaked that also points out some interesting info about the upcoming God of War PS4 game. So let's unpack everything in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and a like would be super appreciated. So let's start with the most recent news from the GameStop Expo, where Sony joined Greg Miller and Tim Geddes to talk about God of War. I watched the whole stream and there were a couple of interesting things mentioned, so I want to go over them with you. Let's start with the fact that this is the most brutal God of War ever, and that of course says a lot looking at the previous games. And this clip from E3 2017 kinda shows you that this is indeed a brutal game. Something new we learned as well is that your axe is upgradeable, something that was not confirmed yet, but some people already speculated it since we saw the two dwarfs in the E3 2017 trailer. And in one scene you see Kratos with his axe going up to this dwarf guy, and the dwarf guy is going to give him something. And those two dwarfs are Sindri and Brock that also made Thor's hammer, so I'm sure they can help with upgrading your axe. And that's of course nice for the many fights we will encounter. The same combat team as the previous God of War games worked on this totally new combat system, but not only the camera angle, also the amount of enemies we will encounter will be vastly different than the previous God of War games. In a stream it was mentioned that we will be more fighting 1v1 or 1v2 than one versus many. And would one day mean Kratos, but your son can also help, since he got a dedicated button on the controller to help you, for example, distract enemies or maybe do an awesome combo. God of War is set in the Norse mythology, but it will be before the Vikings, so we will not see any Vikings in this game, Sony confirmed on the GameStop live stream. The last interesting point I wanted to note from the live stream is something that goes hand in hand with some info that I discussed in an earlier video, and that's that the development team at Santa Monica sees this as a season 2 of God of War, that the first trilogy was season 1, and that this new game and the potential other games that will come are a season 2. Earlier, the game director Corley Barlock mentioned that he already outlined and mapped out the story for multiple games. So it could be that the season 2 of God of War will also be a trilogy. Maybe on PS4, maybe some on PS5 as well. But it's interesting that this game seems to be just the start of something new. But first, this game, right? Early 2018, still no date. Greg Miller asked it during the stream, but they kinda dodged it. So we still have to wait for an official announcement. But there still has to be a good push in terms of editions and pre-order, and that's still not in the cards right now. Weird, because multiple editions have already leaked. Now on Amazon we could buy the God of War Digital Deluxe Edition, including the digital soundtrack, digital art book, a PS4 dynamic theme, a digital comic, and some in-game items like an Exile's Guardian shield skin and a Dead Vows armor set for Kratos and Atreus. So these will probably be things that are exclusive for the Digital Deluxe Edition, just like we saw with Horizon, that included special bows and also outfits that still have not released like separately yet. So I think that this will be the case with God of War as well. So they mentioned a shield skin, and then I think, okay, this is just a different look for a shield that does not have an impact on the gameplay. But what about the armor? Does the armor have an impact on the gameplay? And how deep is the axe upgrade system? There are still so many questions, and hopefully we will get some answers at Paris Games Week. Sony announced to be doing a show on October 30th in Paris, showcasing some games, and with God of War releasing in early 2018, I think it's a safe bet that we will see Kratos during that show. Otherwise, he will steal the show at PlayStation Experience. That will be in early December. So while I think that Kratos at PlayStation Experience is like a safe bet, they will totally showcase the game there. Paris Games Week, still not sure, but I think it would be stupid to not showcase God of War there. So when we know more info, I'll of course cover it, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on everything God of War. Like the video to support the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.